Are we like right on time?
It is 9:32.
Oh, no, I guess not.
Almost.
Almost on time. But Julie's here. And if you are hearing us and seeing this, you are joining Kelly and Diane at Memory Bound in Iowa. And I just want to say good morning. Crystal says good morning, friends.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
So Diane's here today. It is a happy Tuesday. I was going to say Taco Tuesday, Diane, but I actually brought my lunch today.
So did I.
So we're doing good.
The sun is shining. Yay.
It's going to be nice, and there's no wind today. So here in Iowa,
yay.
we are happy. So hello, Donna and Marcia. And Sharon just hopped on, and Karen. Good morning, all of our crafty friends. Oh, and we've got Doug watching. Hello, Doug.
Doug, are you that bored?
Doug is watching us. He's waiting for a load of dirt to come for his new garden.
Geez.
So anyway, here we are today. We've got another mini album, another Diane project. So you know you're in for a treat. It's going to be a good one. And we have a couple things to show first, and then we're going to get right back over here and show you how Diane made her album. And I'm kind of anxious to see too. And look, she's got all these parts and pieces that she's going to show us.
I have everything I need.
So let's start out. We have restocked. We got a couple new honeybee things, and we restocked Sizzix Chapter 2. So there's going to be some things if you missed out or thought about it and decided you want it, then it is here. So first up,
These
new from Honeybee.
Yep, they're called Color Buzzword. So this is the die, this is the stamp, Color Buzzword. $16.99 and $10.99.
And their buzzwords always have, you can use just the shadow, you can use just the word, you can use the shadow, you can use the double shadow with the stitching, you can stamp it with the stamp and cut it out. What does it say on there?
Dream in color, you add so much color, you to your kindness, your friendship, you are my favorite. Brings so much color. Oh,
and
yeah,
this
those
is
are
getting
good.
us ready for National Scrapbook Week next week. And there's another thing that kind of goes along with the color. And I thought this was pretty neat, this layering die.
Yep, it's called Paint and Palette. And there are no stamps that go with this. You
just die cut it and you layer it up. So it's pretty neat.
How fun is that for kids as art projects?
I'm sure we will be cutting that out. And I was so silly. I had to ask what this was right here because I thought, is that a butterfly? But it's not. It's a paintbrush.
Oh,
it's the bristles.
Yeah, that's the
okay. There's two other bristles that go with the brushes. Chris had to help me with that.
Oh, cool. Oh, those are neat.
Yeah, so you could layer it, do layers and different colors and
fun.
Very fun.
Fun.
And this is a good one too.
Back in stock. The Thinking of You Big Time is what this is called. It is $24.99 and it's back in stock. It was a very popular one. Good words.
And then we had a question, or Sharon made a comment. Somebody asked about the die yesterday that Hope used. Sorry, I was going to say Holly. Hope used that die with the little heart and pulled out the gift card. And it was asked about yesterday, and let's see, Sharon just said it was the Heartfelt Pocket.
Okay.
So that was Heartfelt Pocket.
Thank you very much for figuring that out for us.
And Sharon says the crop looked fabulous. Coming in September would be her dream. And her birthday / anniversary is November, so maybe it could be her best gift ever.
Early.
Oh.
We would love to have you all the way from California.
And then this is funny. Diane Charlotte said that she was in Davenport over the weekend, which is east of here if you're not a local yokel, and she never had to brush her hair once because it was so windy.
Well, they don't call us the wind capital for nothing.
Yeah, it has been so windy, and we're all kind of sick of it, but it is. Today's going to be beautiful.
Hopefully no wind today. Until we need it when it's 100 degrees. Then we want
then we can complain about the heat. We're going to complain about the cold now.
We do. That's what we do in Iowa. complained about the weather.
I'm sure other people do that in different states too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so chapter 2,
items that
we
are
have
back
things
in
that if you
stock.
were wanting to get them, they're back. And believe it or not, we ordered chapter 3.
Oh, I haven't
So
seen that.
we ordered chapter 3. So this is the
Okay, these are texture
hold it
plates.
maybe this way, and then it won't glare.
It is called Geo Diamonds.
It's very Art Deco.
Yes.
Great 3D embossing folder.
There you can see it.
Yeah, that does help.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
These are going to be online if you go to shopping and go to new and go to Sizzix chapter 2.
And probably the most popular embossing folder of chapter 2 was this one called Doily. And it makes an awesome impression.
Janet says they don't see the buzzwords online. We do not have a bell to ring.
They're in Honeybee, and they should be under New Honeybee or Honeybee Dies and Stamps.
And they're probably hooked together.
Those two are hooked together. Okay, another very popular one, Simple
Tim Holtz,
Plaid.
Simple Plaid. If you were wanting that, Teresa's used it a lot. She'll probably use it a lot more.
Yep.
That's a really good one.
Okay, and then just some of the dies, the Funky Birds, Silhouette Birds. But they're
And you
kind
get
of
9 birds, so you're going to get them.
odd-shaped.
You're going to get them all.
and they're really a great size.
They are. They're not little. They're not big.
Yeah.
They're just right.
Yeah. Artsy Stem.
That's been a really popular one.
Those are fun.
Very different. You could use it for a lot of things.
Brushstroke butterflies, and most of these are $20, $19.99. Yeah, the butterflies,
Looks pretty just on the package.
and this one is modern floristry. I had to think
Floristry? So like foresty, but floristry.
Loristry. This is $22.99.
Okay.
There's a lot of dies in there.
That is
And
very
these are
interesting.
really cool for little backgrounds. They cut out little dots and then this one is bold text number 1.
And that
these
it's
are
more than what
big.
it shows.
Yep.
You don't see all of them on the package. There's an extra one.
So those are the words, and they're great words.
And Diane, just a little interruption. Doug, if you're watching, we need to get this item online immediately.
Is it really not on there?
That's what Janet said.
Okay.
He'll check on it. Thank you, Dougie.
I just can't believe. Okay. Brushstroke flowers number 4.
That's pretty. It's kind of like a rose.
Yeah. This is $19.99. The layering, you can just do any color you want. Any
It can
color
even be like a
combination.
team color. A team color
Yep.
or something.
This has been another popular one, the wood grain colorized. And it's got several dies in it.
I
2,
think
4,
there's 7.
7 dies in this one. So you can make any
And
wood,
you
any
could do
color.
a whole wood background if you line them up together.
Yeah, this is really cool. And then this
I
is
like
called
this one.
Jigsaw. They're puzzle pieces, $19.99.
And you know what? I made puzzles for Easter for the grandkids and took a photo and then die cut it, put it on a piece of chipboard and die cut it, and it was really fun. I think
How
you could
fun.
make somebody
Yes.
a card that they have to put together.
How fun.
Like the card front, they match it up and put it together. I think that'd be really
Yeah,
fun.
that is great.
Okay, then we
Okay.
want to show this. Bonnie, your card arrived, but it was buried in our little area where we put bills and mail.
Stuff.
So I found it finally, and I wanted to show it because
gorgeous.
this technique, I got this card from Bonnie, and this is like strips of paper, which you could do it with washi tape also. And they're just very finely, a very fine space between them.
Yep. So you can see the background color a little.
And it makes the stripes pop. And then, of course, we all know the gold.
Yeah, and
The
that's an
signature.
awesome.
So, Bonnie, thank you so very much.
That might be like a creative expression.
It looks familiar.
Or cottage, cottage something.
Yeah, that thank
dye.
you looks very familiar.
Yeah.
So,
So-
online? This online? Got it.
All right. Julie says she loves scrap cards, Diane.
Yes. Yeah,
So,
perfect scrap
That's beautiful,
cards.
and that's with one of Diane's favorite collections, the
yes.
Weathered
Vintage
Gardens.
Weathered garden.
simple vintage weathered garden.
Yeah, simple stories.
But you could do that with a lot of different
I've
papers
used
and
that
different
on
themes.
2 different.
And then we do still have our sale going on the Simple Story. Speaking of Simple Story, the selected collections are still on sale because we've got a truckload on the way.
We do.
Well, oh, sorry, Diane.
Surprise.
Well, there's the next release from Simple Stories is coming soon.
Simple Stories is on this year, man. They are cranking the collections out.
They had a supply issue like a lot of people last year, and some of our collections came late, like Howdy and
Yeah.
Homegrown came late, which is why
And
we are able
Indigo
to
and-
have them on sale and have a special for them now.
So
All right, well, Diane's
Okay.
here. We're in for a treat. Diane, somebody said, yay, a Diane day. So no pressure at all.
this project came about when I was doing research for our mini album. Well, it
series.
ended up being
Spread
2 or
out,
3
but it's
weeks.
still good.
But I love doing the mini albums, and I collect all these YouTube videos, or I watch all these YouTube videos, and I just decided I wanted to start making some of the stuff. So Teresa gave me her leftover Avesta items from her album.
So you're using the
Rub-ons.
So she's using the ARToptions Avesta rub-ons.
These are leftovers from her card kit.
Diane
and
got the
her album.
leftovers.
Yes, but as usual, there's a lot, and there's even still a lot more. So if you have leftovers from collections, make some mini albums, make some cards, make some strip
Use
cards.
them up for sure.
Yeah, just don't put it in your discard pile, because all these ephemera and tags and stuff, you get a ton of items. The ephemera packs just have so much in them.
So you still have leftovers.
I have leftovers of
We have
leftovers.
leftovers of leftovers.
And you know, with the washi tape, you get 6 sheets. So you will be able to use these.
So there's the rub-ons,
For a
and
long
it's got
time.
words and flowers and
Yep.
butterflies and just all kinds of good stuff.
And we all know, we all have come
Everybody
to love.
loves the 49 and Market
Yep.
rub-ons.
Yep.
I think Dawn started the trend
Yep.
and realized how awesome they are, and it continues.
So this is the paper I use. This little album only uses 1 sheet of double-sided paper. So you can use whatever paper you have in stock. You can even make it with just plain and then decorate the cardstock. But this is Avesta Flutterbees.
Flutterbees. There we go. So this is the paper Diane used today, and you could use other paper if you have something at home or if you want to try it out with something.
I liked it because it had small butterflies on it, and then it's got the pink background. This is not my ordinary look, but I kind of inked it, so it's kind of shabby chic.
Turned it into it.
Yeah, shabby chic is what I used, and I used pumice stone on this one.
That's a little
ventured
different.
away.
That's Maggie's color.
Yep, from all my browns and went to pumice stone. It really picks up the bluish gray in here. It's really this color here, which is a light charcoal gray. So used pumice stone.
And there you can see it on her project.
So we'll look at the project.
Yeah, let's see it.
This, I always like to find a different way for closures, for tabs. And when I started making this, it was kind of bulky. This 49 and Market paper is heavy. So it folds nice, but sometimes you have to put a magnet or some kind of hold to hold it shut. So this is what I came up with after I got it all put together. Well, I actually did have it all put together and had to decide how I was going to do that brad there. But it's just a fun way for the closure. And then I made some pockets.
So it's
and
like a chipboard tag with a piece of
yep,
Velcro under
yep,
it.
it's a chipboard piece out of this. And this really came after the fact, which, sometimes
it worked out,
that's
but now
the
you
way,
figured it out for all of us. And we
that's
do have
what
the
happens.
Velcro also, the little...
Yep.
Diane used one of these Velcro circles, and they have adhesive on them, so they're pretty handy. And you get 15, and I don't know how much they are.
Well,
they're free. They're either free or they're really expensive.
Well,
oh, there it is. $2.99.
Yeah, they're pretty inexpensive. So anyway, that's how the closure came about.
That's
and
clever.
Then I made pockets, I made some flips, I made a tag out of the packaging, and I will show you that. And then there's more pockets on the back.
That's so amazing.
So we'll get started. What you have to do is, so you cut 2 6x6 pieces of paper. So 2 at 6x6. You score them at 2 inches each.
So 2 inches. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter what side because they're square and they're 6 by 6.
So that's what I'm going to do. Again, using the scoreboard that
she finally bought, that she didn't think she needed, but she
it.
bought one.
And now I'm using it.
I love it.
Yeah. And just burnishing. So there's my 2 6x6 pieces. Then you want 2 5.5 inch papers by 6.
So 6 by 5.5.
Yeah. And what you want to think about is when you start cutting your paper, and it wasn't so much on this paper, but if you have directional paper, if you have something special you want to be right here, think about it before you cut it. Because I did one last night and my front was not what I wanted it to be.
Which piece is going to be your front in the end? Is it the 6 by 6?
Well, you put the 2 6x6s together. So yes.
So you want the back,
so the
whatever's
back
folding over to be your front.
Yep, this is going to be your front right here. So it's the back piece of the 1 6x6. So whatever you want.
Are smart to make a prototype up out of cardstock to kind of figure it out.
Well, and it's interesting that you say that. I started making prototypes of everything except one that I'm going to do on Friday, but anyway, that's another story. But I always just take plain white cardstock and make a prototype.
That's a great
tip. You have less problems, except, for when you're embellishing and stuff, but at least you get an idea of how it all goes together and where you need to cut and what's going to be on top, what's not going to show, what's going to show. So, and it really doesn't take any time at all to make a prototype.
It's kind of fun. It gives you a good practice. So
plus, you will always have it then. So I started making a little container of all of my prototypes, and I write down the videos that I were watching at that time. So if I ever want to go back, or anybody asks me any questions, I have it all right there. So
just to review, Diane took 1 sheet of paper. She cut 2 pieces 6 by 6 and 2 that are 5.5 by 6.
So you score one of the 5.5 at 3 inches. Now these make your pockets, and you can really decide how deep you want your pockets. You can make it like 2 inches and have a deeper pocket and not so deep pocket. I'm doing one at 3 inches, and I'm doing one at 2 3/4.
Okay.
Which I think this is 2 3/4. Okay, right there.
Okay, so, and you're scoring it so that all of your score lines are, when you lay them together, your 6 inches are all going the same direction.
Same direction, yep.
And that makes sense because your book is 6 inches tall. So you want all your pages to be 6 inches.
Okay, so that's how you cut and score.
That's easy so far.
Yeah. So those are your 4 pieces that is going to make up your little album.
And several people are saying they like prototypes and they make prototypes.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a good thing. So this is my set that I made up that's got all the different and where to glue. And so this, take apart things here.
Diane, thank you for getting this all prepped for us and ready.
Gotta.
If anyone's like me, they're pretty excited to see how she got to this end product here.
Okay, so you're going to take your 2 6x6 pieces.
Okay.
And you're going to put them together, and you're going to glue, and you can use washi tape. I just used a little glue. So
Washi
you're going to, not washi tape.
Oh, just
score tape.
Score tape, okay.
Sorry, score tape. So all you do is do the sides and then down.
Oh,
and
because you're forming a pocket.
I am forming a pocket.
Just on the sides and bottom, everybody.
And so I glued here, here, and here. So that's going to form a pocket. Now, one of the interesting things about using heavy paper is sometimes that bottom piece is going to stick out a little.
Okay.
Because they don't fold real
because you
good.
got the extra thickness.
So all you have to do is just take a scissors and cut off that back piece. It's going to be like minute difference. And I'm not sure if I have one. I made up another one here that you can kind of maybe tell. Well, no, I cut this one off too.
So if they don't even up, you just take your scissors and make it even.
And that's going to happen when you have heavier paper.
And Angie's asking if there's directions, and we don't have directions. No. But if you jot down the measurements, we started with 4 pieces of paper, 2 6x6 and 2 5.5x6.
Sorry, ladies, I never have time to make directions like Katie does.
And that's fine.
And she's
that's
good
fine.
at it. She's the
so
teacher
we've got
part.
The start, and then you take your 2 6x6s
and glue them
you make
together.
your little pocket when you glue the flaps together.
I have it glued.
We're going to be really thorough and explain super well, so nobody needs directions.
And we will take pictures to post later.
Absolutely.
So this is what you have right now. So you have a pocket here, and then you have the back of the front, or the top piece, and then you have the back piece. So this is the way it starts. And I cut out notches using just a simple circle punch, and you can use whatever size you want to on that. Now on this one, I ran washi tape, so I didn't, and you can cut your circle out wherever you want it to cut out. I just cut it out down here on my prototype.
I like how they do different edges.
You don't always have to do it in the center. Do it at the top, the bottom, and on this one I did it at the top. And then
okay, gotcha.
So I only cut the circle out of the back piece.
So that is tricky,
yes.
Diane, very tricky.
Yes. So instead of doing both top and bottom, I just did the back piece.
Because I was thinking, oops, she didn't cut out the circle, but she did.
And then I just ran washi tape, which is the Avesta washi tape. And this stuff is just so yummy. I used that one.
It's been used on multiple projects.
Yeah. It has, and look, there's still a lot left.
Still a lot left.
We just kind of
Teresa used it on an album and cards, and I think you used it on some other stuff, and Chris used it. And
so this is your front flap, and I just made a little tag out of some paper. This is a rub-on, this is a rub-on, and then out of the ephemera pieces, which have been discontinued, I'm sorry to say.
That's the ephemera, or is that chipboard?
No, they were in It is the chipboard. Yes, it's the plain chipboard. That's right. And then I put
So she took, and it's, we
the
have the
rub-on.
chipboard. It's not,
Yes.
we still have it. And then
Yes.
she put a little butterfly rub-on
Yep.
on it.
So I just made a really simple tag, put the rub-ons, use
so life
the
is for
plain
living
circle.
Is a rub-on also?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then this is the back of it. So I put 2 circles together, and I think this smile is in here. It's one of the ones that are printed on.
So you have lots of choices.
Yep. So instead of using a tab, or I used 2 of the chipboard pieces to make the little tab. So then that just sticks in there. So you can make tags out of anything.
Yeah, that was definitely a,
Yeah. So, and I just stick it in there far enough so I can still see the word smile. It's kind of faint on there, and that's one of the pre-printed ones, but don't stick it all the way down there so you can still see the smile.
And you
So-
got the little circle to grab and pull
Yep.
it out, which
Yep.
is really, really cool.
So that's your first pocket with a tag in it.
And there's that butterfly paper.
Yeah, it's awesome paper. So then the next step is to make this pocket right here. And that is...
So it is a little tricky looking. Here, let's take those out. So there's a pocket back here behind, and
Yep.
then she's got a pocket on a pocket, which I'm guessing you'll show us about that.
Yes. So here's what I'm talking about. So this bottom piece, and it's really hard to see on white, but it sticks out just a little bit because of the heaviness of this paper. So all you have to do is just cut it off to make them even. Now, if that doesn't bother you, then continue on. But if you're one that it bothers, all you got to do is trim it off, and they're the same. So we're going to make this pink pocket here, which is this one right here. So you take one of the 5.5 by 6 and you fold it on your score line.
Which score line, or does it matter?
I used this one. It really doesn't
So
matter.
the 2
You
and
can
3/4,
use
because you're
either
going
one.
to use. They're both going to be
Yep,
pockets.
They're
okay.
all it is going to be. They are going to be pockets. Yes. So all you do is fold it,
Oh, you
and
just
you
slipped
made
it right
Yep,
over.
and you make a pocket on this side, and you make a pocket on this side.
Oh my gosh.
And I cut my tabs out, or my little notches, before I just started punching. But again, you put your notches wherever you want them. So again, we glue here, and then I wanted another pocket on the front, so I took a 2 3/4 by 4 inch square, cut a little off the top, and made my pocket. And that was as easy as that.
So that is this piece. It's 2
Right.
3/4 by 4. And then this pink piece that slips over your page, and here's the back of it, was just one of the 5.5 pieces, and it doesn't matter which one you use.
Nope. And this is a rub-on here. I think. And this washi tape, it looks like I sewed.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't.
even felt it and thought you
Yeah.
sewed on it.
Of course. This is
here's
my new
Diane's
favorite thing. If you don't have this, it's a must. It's every
I think
color.
it has 12 rolls in it.
And the green is perfect with this collection. Or the black. It really doesn't matter, but the green really matches good. And I used this one right here. And it goes on really,
It
really
looks clear.
nice.
It
Yeah.
looks like you stitched or had a rub on there or something.
So that's what all this is around here, is just all this washi tape. And it goes on really easy. And it stays on.
And that's called, let's see, what is it called? Is it stitches or something?
The Curator's Washi Tape Stitch Set.
Okay, it's the stitch set. And does that have a price on it, Diane?
I think they're $14.99.
$14.99.
Yeah. Yes, $14.99, and you do get
Is it
12
12
rolls.
rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just
A
awesome.
lot of those went out the other day when they came back in stock, and we
Yeah.
said they were Diane's favorite. That's all people had to know was it was Diane's favorite.
Okay, so I will glue this. So you're going to glue here and here. So just really the two ends to make your pocket. So there's an
I've
easy
never done
pocket.
an over the edge of the page pocket, double pocket before. You could use that on a lot of other projects.
Oh yeah. So again, this is how I made the pocket. I just took a rectangle, 2 3/4 by 4, and just sliced off at diagonal a little piece off the top to make this pocket right here. And I probably used washi tape, the really thin,
Score tape.
thin. Yes,
so
score tape
is
the
good for
1/8
this pocket.
inch. But I'm just going to glue it now. You can just glue it also. Just for so there's your second pocket. Now, if you want to do a closure like this, think about it before you put your pocket on, because I did it after, and
Oh, that had to be tricky.
I really liked how it turned out. It really wasn't that hard. I just pushed it through, and
Is it a brad?
It is a brad, and I used
Hey, you guys, brads are
Yeah.
back. They're so popular.
and you can move things when you put it with use a brad. It twirls. So there is your first page and your second. So we have a pocket here and a pocket here. How interesting that would be to make a tag out of that.
Out of a door.
So the bottom half of the door I cut off, and then I put a rub-on, which it's really kind of hard to see, but that is a rub-on.
So it's like a flower.
Yep. And then this was, I think this was the back of it. And then I put a journaling spot. This was the back of the paper. So you can make tags out of anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tag. It can be
Well, I
just,
think that door is kind of
how fun
a wow.
is that?
It's kind of a wow when you pull it out, and it's
In
like,
there.
oh my gosh, it's a door.
And then I took a tag. This might have been in the ephemera, or I might have just made a tag. But I used the washi tape for the tab.
Oh, let's get a close up. Look
And
at that. So it just
it's-
wraps around.
Yep. Yes. So it's this washi tape out of the Avesta one, and it makes an easy tab.
It does. I like that.
So that goes in there. And then I made another tag just out of a banner, and I used the Elizabeth Craft banner. And you can make these banners. I don't think I actually use this one, but this is a good one to use. And you can cut them off however you want
Right.
the length. So just cut them out, and if you don't want them that long, you just cut them off at the top. So this is a nice one. You get 2, 4, 5 different banners, and I love. It's actually
we could-
called Fitted Fishtails.
Fishtails, yeah. We could do a demo just on a fishtail die, because you can do so much with
Yeah.
them.
So,
Remind me about that, and I'll write it down.
and this is on the paper. So I just placed my die on my paper that I wanted it at the bottom, and that's how it came out. So that is not a rub-on. That's right on the paper.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. And so that's
Just tucks in.
my second one there. And again, I used the rub-ons here. And boy, sometimes you can't even tell if it's a rub-on or
I know,
not.
you have to feel it.
Yeah. So that's that pocket. So we're done with our first page. So then we're going to go to the back side of your first page, and I made a pocket back here, and this I shouldn't have that here. It should be up further, but again, I didn't realize what I was doing.
Because you got your pocket there.
Yeah, so I got my pocket here. So I made just a very simple pocket. This is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. Now it's going to determine those dimensions might not be what you...
Oh, depending on the paper you
Right, and how you scored it and stuff. So you just have to make it the width, and you can make it any height.
Lori says, while you're gluing that, Lori thinks she missed something. What was Diane's favorite? I think it was probably this tape.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Sorted Stitch washi tape from 49 and Market. It's got 12 rolls. It's become Diane's favorite. It's $14.99. And they even have the little, I call it the slicer, kind of like your saran wrap. It's got a little blade, well, not really a blade, but kind of a little guide. You punch out that perforation, and inside the box is a little plastic guide you put on there, and it's got a little, here I'm trying to explain it all there. Here it is right here. Diane's got it set up on her box. So it's right there to cut your washi tape.
And it does cut really good. Okay, so there's your next pocket. So this is the pink pocket we just made. So I cut out another notch at the top, and then just made a really simple pocket at the bottom. And I believe these are rub-ons here. But again, you can place your paper, find a piece of paper that you like the pattern of, and just cut it out of that. This is a rub-on. And then I used...
Looks like a little washi
tape. I just put a
edge.
washi tape right down the side because I just love that washi tape.
Well, that might be your second favorite.
Yeah.
The Assorted Avesta. And it's actually a fabric tape.
It is.
So this is her second favorite.
It's very strong. You can use it as bookbinding.
It's got 4 rolls. It's repositionable, which is kind of nice.
And I really like the way they're making different widths.
Yeah, that is
so
nice.
It's not all the same. I love the way they did that. Okay, so continued on. I glued here, I glued at the bottom, and then I glued the sides of my pocket. So I have a pocket like right there. And again, I just got a simple tag, and I think the tag might have come out of the ephemera, but you can definitely use.
You can use lots of different tags.
Of
They've
all
got
of
the
those
whole tag
tags.
set that's all made for you.
Yep, and they're awesome because I love
and
the
they have
string
eyelets in them.
Yes.
Well, the string is kind of cool too, but
the
these
string
actually
is
have
really
eyelets.
cool. The ribbon that I used was the silk ribbon, and
She's got 4 colors.
we have 4. We have lots of different colors that go with this paper. This is the dark charcoal. This is kind of a peachy
saltwater taffy.
Yep. And then a green, and then the light gray. So any of those colors look so
really good with the
it.
ARToptions Avesta
and
collection.
this ribbon ties really nice. So then I was trying to think of a different way to make another tag to stick in here.
Yeah, what
I did is I went to my Elizabeth Craft dies, and the one I used we cannot get anymore, so I found a couple more that
thank you for doing that.
That would work. And I have this one. I never used it. But this is one too. I just used one that had a tab on it, and that's what I cut out this morning. I cut that one out. So use your dies. Again, another way to use your dies.
You don't have to use the whole thing. You can use a piece of it.
And I just cut it down to where it fit in my pocket. So I used
Planner
this one.
Essentials 1. Does that mean it's like the original
Ooh, it might be.
Planner Essentials?
I don't know.
So it's number 1603.
It does have a low number. But a lot of the Elizabeth Craft dies have big dies like this with tabs. So you can use any of those. So this I just made and will fit right in there. And I just cut it down to where it fit in there. So how fun is that?
That's great.
Another way to use your dies. So another die that I found that I was still in the package was this die.
Diane.
Nope, not
Oh,
this
not
one.
that
This
one.
one. This one. And this one is called, this is the Sidekick Essential 14 Bonjour Fold Out.
Bonjour, bonjour.
And it makes this little book. And I thought, how fun would that be to stick in
Oh my gosh.
as a little booklet. So this is another really cool.
Okay, so let's get it close. And it does say bonjour and
And you can decorate these tags
chapter,
any way you want.
chapter. I'm not sure what that
Yeah,
says. Pro. If anybody can read that.
Yep, I bought this and I was still
But
in
that's
my
a little booklet, and then it's got the little like fill in.
and I think I bought it
tab.
probably for the book. It's really cool, and then this piece pops out so you can put anything behind there. But how fun is that?
It's
in
really cute.
in a pocket. So, and on the tabs you can use any of the words from the rub-ons. So Be Happy is a rub-on from the package, rub-on package. So any questions on that
Let me
page?
zoom in on that.
So this again is just, and I left the holes in there. I think it's just,
That's charm.
it is. I like that. So very easy, but really
So we
fun.
really have only used one 6x6 and one 5.5x6 so far.
Right.
So we got another whole page to
Yep.
go.
So now we are on to the back page. And
I can't believe this is all one sheet of paper, Diane. That's
Yep.
what I'm amazed by.
Yep. So this is our 5.5 by 6 inch, the other piece. And I wrote no there because I didn't want that cut out.
Oops.
I got a little punch happy. So again, it just slides over the end. So you have a pocket here and a pocket on the back. And you know what? I'm going to switch this because I want my wider side on the back, because I'll show you what I'm going to do.
Okay, that's a tip.
And then I made, so we have a pocket here. And then this is,
What are all those little
okay.
goodies?
So I used the package of,
A lot of the packages are pretty. It's the chipboard.
okay,
it
it's
says.
the chipboard package. And I cut out a little pocket out of circles. And then I cut 2 circles out, cut one in half, and then made my little, what do you call it?
notch. I call it a notch.
And glued it on. So use the packaging of all your 49 and mark
Well,
it.
like you pointed out, here's the package for
Yeah.
the tags, and it's beautiful.
That would be beautiful. And then I just made little simple tags to put in. And this was something that evidently Teresa had made and not used. That's a rub-on. And I stuck that in there. So make different shape tags. So how fun is
I
that?
wouldn't have thought of a circle.
Yeah. And you can use the,
So you've got the scissors.
the Sizzix circle
nesting.
die. Any nesting circles you can use, depending on what size you need.
Well, circles are handy to have.
Yep, love it. So that was the little tag that I made to put in there, that one. And again, I used the washi tape for my tab.
Whoops. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
looking over at Becky. Becky's here. Hi, Becky.
How are you today?
We're good. We're good.
And then I used the green washi tape in the,
And that's the fabric
Yeah,
washi
that's
tape.
the
so
fabric
it's pretty
tape.
Nice.
and then this is a word out of one of the, probably the ephemera, I would guess.
Probably.
But you can use any words. You can stamp something, but this is the green washi
It
tape.
reminds me of florist tape.
Yes.
That green,
Yep.
except it's fabric and not
And
waxy
it's-
stuff.
A gorgeous color. So then to make another pocket, I did a flip out pocket, which all you have to do is whatever size your pocket is, just make your paper. This one is 3.5 by 5. So it's 5 inches this way, and then I made it 3.5 inches deep. So if you want to put a gift card in there, that would be perfect too. And all I did is scored it in the middle took out the notch, and I'm going to glue it. No, I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to use washi tape. So you can see on here that I used the wider washi tape.
I was wondering how you were going to attach it.
It's the wider one. So I put half of it here and half of it there.
Let's see the back where it's, okay, there we go.
Right there. So again, it's really nice to have a wider washi tape.
Yeah, I agree with you, Diane. It's nice when they do different widths because
love that.
It just gives you more options.
Love that. So we're just going to glue again the ends to make our pocket.
Our pockets just like before.
And you just have to do the ends. You don't have to do anything else.
I will definitely be making pockets that fold over the pages. I've never done that before. I always cut them in half and then glue each one on, so I love it.
And then your pocket will go there. And I used, for the tab, I used another one of my favorite products, is the whale tail. And all I did use the tag, I just used the top.
The little top. I call that's probably the actual whale tail, don't you think?
And this, yes,
There it
and
is.
this is the smaller one, the smaller die. But these, again, you can use alone. You don't have to put them on the
She's got 'em and
tag.
it folds right over.
And I just, that is my lifter. And then this is rub-on. And I think all these little spots are rub-ons too. So there is your pocket for that page. And then this is one of the this is just one of the tags. And again, I would use a tag out of there. Or a gift card would definitely.
A gift card would be nice.
Yes.
You know, I'm thinking Mother's Day when I see this and I see this beautiful paper. It really speaks of Mother's Day. You could put pictures, if it's for grandma, maybe put pictures of the grandkids in here and a gift card, and maybe have each grandkids could kind of maybe jot a little note and stick it in there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be so
that would
precious?
be fun.
Such a keepsake.
And we have a lot of fun paper that this would look good out of. All the new Spectrum paper would be gorgeous. All the new flower paper we got in would just be so much fun. And again, you decorate it, whatever comes with that collection or you have in your stash, you can decorate it the way you want it to decorate it.
You know, a graduate also. You could make this for
How
graduation.
fun. Okay, so that is that page. Again, it's not very hard. It's just a fun way to make pockets.
So it's a pocket with like a flipping pocket.
Yep, and I love flips.
Now are we going to this page?
Now we're going to the back. So I wanted the wider side on this side because I'm going to make a double pocket.
Ooh.
So another easy way to make a double pocket is just to layer them. And that's exactly what I did. This, again, was out of the ephemera. I put a rub-on on there. This was the shutters. Again, I just, something different. And then I put brads in the two, and these,
The chipboard.
they came out of the chipboard.
So she took these chipboard pieces.
Yep. And you can definitely put rub-ons on here or write a little note. And there's your back pocket. And again, you just glue down the ends and you're done.
Diane, I have to tell you, Donna's excited because she's going to use all her leftovers.
Yep.
Denise loves the colors.
The leftovers would be great for a project like this.
This is funny because Jan says 49 and Market needs to offer the Procrastinator series. They discontinue stuff fast. And
They do. And we ordered heavy.
Yeah.
We know you guys would have
So
liked this stuff.
So get it now before
Yes.
it's gone because they're so popular right now.
And we can't stress that enough. And it's not like, I mean, we do want to sell stuff, but we also want you to have what you want to.
We're not saying it just
No.
to be salespeople. We want you to get what you want.
Manufacturers are actually discontinuing stuff right and left.
And then there's also
And there's
they're-
nothing we can do
and
about
I think
it.
part of 49 and Market is that they are so popular,
Yeah.
and their sales have gone way up, and they're trying to order more. But
Yeah.
it's it's risky when you're placing orders and stuff.
Yep. So that is my little Avesta folio.
It's
So I hope you
cute.
enjoyed
oh, gosh,
that.
It's great.
It's just a fun little project. And I did make one. I started to make one and didn't get it done. This was using the craft consortium
what's that called?
vintage paper line.
Vintage Emporium or something?
But so make it out of whatever paper you have. Again, it's one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So
That's
it's
what's
not much
crazy.
paper. You can use a 6 by 6 tablet too.
Oh, you
It
could.
Yep, it doesn't have to be 12 by 12.
You could make a ton out of the tablets.
Or you can use a 6 by 8 and make it 6 by 8 so you can make it a little bigger.
I would
pocket,
like that
too.
also.
So make it whatever size. It's just getting your...
Well, Diane, everybody loves it. The
Well,
hearts are
thank you.
flowing. It's a fun. Tammy says it's a fun project. Susie says another great project.
And use your dies. Use your dies. I can't stress that enough. Look at your dies and determine what else you can use them for.
So everyone loves it. Shout out to Karen from Omaha. She's watching and said great demo, and we got to see
Thank
her
you,
over
everybody.
the weekend.
Yep.
So Diane just made her little mini book with the one sheet of paper and the ARToptions Avesta from 49 and Market, and we've got pretty much what you need to make it if you want to remake it or try it with some paper you have at home.
Yep. Yep. So
And
again, it's the Avesta
flutteries.
flutteries.
That might be a word kind of like solidy or
Yeah.
patterny that we made up. So, and Lucy says you always make her want to buy more things. They love that washi tape. And Diane, what are we doing tomorrow? Any idea?
Chris is here tomorrow with her mini
another
album.
mini album.
Yes, and it's really cool using card bases.
So
the
that
craft
is going
card
to
bases.
be very fun. And I think she gave a sneak peek of it last week. But I
Yes.
don't know if you have any of it. Or
No,
not.
I don't, but I have my sneak peek for
Oh,
Friday.
yeah. Show us your.
I think.
Diane's back on Friday if she finishes her project. No, she's actually finished one already.
Yeah.
But she's going to make us another one.
This is using envelopes. So that's that.
Oh, it's a good thing we're on the
and-
widescreen. We got to be on the widescreen.
And
for
it's
sure
got
on Friday.
pockets to
Little
it
acetate.
and little acetate cutting out. So that is on Friday.
All right.
And you can use this and put it in an envelope, or you can attach it to your journal page and use it in your albums.
Yeah, our
You can do
scrapbook
that.
layout.
But it's just using 2 envelopes.
Oh
It,
gosh,
is
I
all
got to
it
see
is.
that. I got
So,
to see that.
That's on Friday.
So thanks, Diane. Thank you a
Thank
whole
you.
bunch. We have to thank Diane for all these mini albums because she organized it and got it all together. Remember that we do have the Simple Stories collections, the Country Harvest, the Spooky, the Halloween, Spooky, Howdy, Homegrown, and we also have the Cottage Fields are on sale for 30% off. So check those out, get some bargains, and we'll be back tomorrow with Chris. So have a wonderful afternoon.